Okay, so today we're going to try and continue to work on this pattern that I developed. So what I'm going to do is just take a look and see where I'm at. Now I already have this row of silver beads. Remember, the dark is the silver in the pattern. So in the silver. So I have one silver row, two silver rows, and this will be the third silver row, this section here. So what I'm looking at is, I know I have 4 silver beads here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I have 4 silver beads here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now what I've done is I've added the next red bead on, which will be this one here. That's the main color. So I don't know if you can see, but it's this bead right here. That's the red one that I've added on. So that means the next bead that I'm going to be putting in place is going to be the one beside it, which will be another red one. So I'm just going to move my pattern off to the side and keep it for reference. Okay, so I picked up a red bead. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so now, excuse me, I'm going to have a look at the pattern here again. And just to make sure that I'm on the right track, Now I know I have 2 red beads, so the next red bead or the next bead will be silver. So this next silver bead that I'll put in place will create the column going up towards the top of the pattern. Okay, so now I've added the silver bead, which will be the next, continue up towards the top of the lighter. So you can already see there's 1, 2, 3 silver beads on top of each other. So now the next part of the pattern will be a silver and 2 beads. So in this column it'll be silver, a red bead, silver, red bead, red bead. And then I'll just keep going like that in the sequence until I reach the top of the column. So it'll be silver, silver, red, red, silver, red, red. And then the total number of silver beads that will be from the bottom towards the top will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 beads. And with inside the silver block here, there'll be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 red beads. So I'll continue with that pattern until I reach the top of this sequence. Okay, now we've reached the point where we're at the 8th. On this column, we're at the 8th silver bead. So if you look at the pattern here, we've counted, there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 will be the start of the next sequence of this section of the silver beads. So, and I have 7 on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now the next bead that I'm going to pick up is going to be a silver bead. And that silver bead will just slip right into there, which will make it the 8th. So let's carry on with that. So now I'm just picking up the silver beads. Okay, so now I have 8 beads. Now the next bead that I'm going to add on is just going to be a silver, another silver, because the silver will lie next to this silver bead. So when I'm looking at the pattern for reference, I'm looking at it like this. So I've just placed the 8th bead, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the 8th bead on. So the next bead that I'm going to be placing is this bead here, which will lie next to that bead. Okay, so now I'm at the beginning of the next row and just finished that last row. So now I want to look at my pattern again. What I'm looking at here is I have up here, I need 1, 2, 3, 4 silver ones. Now I've already added 2, 1, 2. So all I need to do is keep going until I reach 4 silver in the diagonal. Okay, I finished the full circumference of that last section of silver beads. So you can see the pattern already starting to take shape. The red is the main color and the silver is the accents. But the silver color also frames what a pattern could be like, or what the pattern is. So I'm going to carry on by starting off with another red one to match this section here at the top. And then we'll see what it looks like. I'll continue beading till I get to the end and I'll show you what the completed project will look like. Okay, so here we are at the end of the beading pattern. So I'm just going to add the last row of red beads and then we can have a good look at what the pattern has turned out, how the pattern has turned out. So it just looks like I have room for another row of red beads. Now the reason because I can't add on another couple rows is because I've already had the 5 beads at the bottom, at the base of the pattern, which those beads will have taken the top space, if you know what I mean. So they've already, I don't know, added into the count of rows. There we go. That's the last row of beads. And let's have a good look at the pattern here. So you can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4 separate circles of silver, and then a center pattern of these columns going up and down. Now to finish it off, what I'm just going to do is take this thread and thread it through from here down throughout, and then just burn the tail off. Well, cut it and then burn the tail off. And as for the bottom, you can either add a piece of leather to that, and I've done that as well, or you can just bead a bottom to it. So I prefer to bead the bottom, and I can do a tutorial video on that at a later date. But today I just wanted to show you what the pattern looks like, what a completed pattern, design and pattern looks like when it's finished. And there you go. Happy beading, and thank you for watching.